shit, what's this one?
Introducing first.
Okay, cool. Here we are back with our second match of the night, straight away back into the action. Tapout Wrestling is all action, no talk here in the Central Bar in Camberley.
I mean, we've already made an impact with that first matchup. Perhaps this can carry on the momentum we've already got.
Here we have one of the best young up-and-comers in professional wrestling today, Harry Sefton. Now I know this man from the independent scene. He's very exciting, he's very enthusiastic, and he's looking to put on a show for the fans here in the Central Bar in Camberley.
I think he loves the fans and the fans love him even more. Look at that reaction we've got here.
Excellent choice of entrance music as well.
I think this youthful exuberance could really get him the upper hand here.
And of course the man he's facing, a very, very savvy ring vet. With some excellent music, might I add. This man clearly not getting the reaction he wants. Jonny Storm, a ring veteran. How many years has someone like Jonny Storm been wrestling?
I've lost count. He's been here since he was known as the Wonder Kid. He's not a kid
He's
anymore.
certainly not a kid anymore. But you cannot deny that he is in fact wonderful in that ring. Someone like Jonny Storm, wrestling in British wrestling for years, signed to TNA back in the day. TNA Wrestling, competing in the X Division, the division that TNA created for being the most exciting, the most groundbreaking. It's not about weight limits, it's about no limits.
Introducing first in the red corner to my left.
Referee for this match as well, Gino Perry.
Wonder Kid, Jonny Storm. And his opponent, the blue corner to my right, a long way from right here in Camberley. Ladies and gentlemen, warm welcome to Hatcher himself, Harry Sefton.
Harry Sefton from Camberley. He has the local support behind him. Both men looking in great shape for this match.
I think
Both men rocking the singlets as well.
there's quite a few similarities between a young Jonny Storm and Harry Sefton here.
There is. Before Jonny Storm lost his way, he was just like Harry Sefton, looking for the crowd's approval, looking to put his body on the line. Now, I don't know what runs through that man's mind.
Jonny Storm, there's one thing you don't want to do is take him for granted. Although he might not be the biggest competitor you've ever seen, he is certainly experienced with moves like that, taking down the younger people.
Some beautiful technical wrestling there by Jonny Storm, and now showboating for the crowd. Someone like Harry Sefton isn't someone you should take too lightly.
I don't think we're going to see Harry Sefton showboating. I think he really does want the win to add to his resume. If you can beat someone like Jonny Storm, who's been in the wrestling business for God knows how many years, you've definitely got an upper hand on many people his age.
Harry Sefton here, returning the favour.
I'm clearly wrong. He really wants to upset Jonny Storm. Could this be a tactic to get under the skin of Jonny Storm?
It could well be. One thing you want to prove when you're young and hungry is that you can't be taken lightly.
Jonny Storm saying that he pulled his hair. I don't think there's any hair to pull.
I don't think there's any to pull on Jonny Storm's body at all.
He's as smooth as a baby's butt.
I've seen eggs with more hair than Jonny Storm.
Oh, being called a cheater. That is some very harsh words there from the crowd.
That's what your mum said last night, baby.
Oh.
Jonny Storm with a bit too much showboating for my liking. Another drop toe hold there by Jonny Storm.
Oh, he's gonna
rolling
roll.
over to the headlock. Beautifully smooth in the ring. Just like Jonny Storm's head.
He's very flamboyant too, which I think is a blessing in disguise. It really does put the opponents off.
But it does, however, leave gaps open. Too much showboating can leave you open.
Big shoulder tackle, pulling him down there and wrenching the headlock in.
Back to the headlock for Jonny Storm. He must just be envious of people with hair. Beautiful headlock takeover to get back in control again.
Quite a low takeover there. It's weird to get that much height of something at such a low base. With that, it adds more impact because it's much more of a snapping motion. Harry Sefton clenching his legs together for that head scissors. He's going to go for it again. And we were talking about this earlier. Blood loss to the head really will affect you. It doesn't matter how old you are or your experience. You can't breathe, you can't win. Simple as.
Simple as. Jonny Storm propping up on his front legs, propping up on his back legs, propping up on his legs. And back to the headlock there. And a lovely counter into the hammerlock there by Harry Sefton.
I think it's that sweaty head of Harry. I think he slipped out of it like he's wearing Vaseline. Again, some small joint manipulation, wrenching the fingers back, really going to hurt, but he's got his foot onto the rope, which breaks up what Harry is trying to do.
The thing with finger snapping and bending is a punch to the face is something you can shake off. A broken finger is not something that is going to be helpful in the ring. You use it to grip the ropes, use it to grip your opponent. A broken finger is going to set you back at a very bad disadvantage. To the gut there by Jonny Storm, and he's up to the back.
He looks quite winded, barely breathing. He has to recuperate in the corner, and a strong slap there.
An Irish whip there by Jonny Storm.
Up and
Harry
over.
Sefton pops up and over, and a beautiful arm drag there by Harry Sefton, and a second arm drag. And bounces off the ropes. A bypass by Jonny Storm, and a beautiful head scissors there by Harry Sefton as Jonny Storm feeds outside the ring.
That flowed like the Thames. That was beautiful. Harry Sefton. He looks to be going for something important, but he's dragged out of the ring.
A block and a beautiful forearm by Harry Sefton as they're brawling round the ring. Harry Sefton throws him back in.
He knows that the only way you can really win this sort of situation is inside the ring. He doesn't want to win by count out or disqualification, only by pinfall or submission.
Oh,
with a wonder kick.
A wonder kick straight to the face there of Harry Sefton. Connected beautifully.
A wonder kick from a wonder kid.
You might have to check Harry Sefton's jaw there to make sure it's still attached.
Another kick to the head there. That's concussion material right there. Kicks to the head like that are brutal because they're so blunt. It's like a baseball bat. And now he is focusing on the head and neck area.
Jonny Storm, even though he's in control, he is taking a bit too much time. Leaving those openings for Harry Sefton to come back in, but is cut off shortly after. Irish whip.
Turnbuckle.
And a boot up by Harry Sefton. You can see he's trying to create that separation. He goes for
Wheelbarrow.
like a wheelbarrow.
Roll up.
A 2 count by Harry Sefton. And Jonny Storm with a back elbow back to the head. Off the ropes and a clothesline to knock Harry Sefton down.
Harry Sefton, it looked like he had it there for a second. It looked like he was going to get back into the match. But the wonder kid, Jonny Storm, gets the way and gets his payday with that back elbow.
With that back elbow, connected a lot there. You can see that the head and face area is now Jonny Storm's target after those super kicks and back elbows.
Throw him out of the ring. The Wonder Kid, Jonny Storm being antagonised by the crowd.
Definitely letting it get to him though. A headbutt to the gut from Harry Sefton. A shot there from Harry Sefton. Another shot. And
Oh my!
wow.
That's ringing my ears. I wonder how his chest is feeling.
I felt that from here, and we're on the other side of the hole. That is definitely going to leave a red mark. A big kick out there from Harry Sefton.
That sort of move stops your heart from beating for a moment. Oh,
Harry Sefton still with lots of fight in him. Still with the hometown crowd behind him. Harry Sefton still has plenty to give for these fans. Still fighting back. A forearm, backing Jonny Storm into a corner.
he looks to be pumped up from being hit like that. It's like a defibrillator.
It's brought some life back into Harry Sefton. Beautiful jumping back elbow from Harry Sefton. And a lovely kip up there.
Both men are up to their feet.
Harry Sefton coming in, a running forearm with Jonny Storm. He signals for something else. A jumping back elbow. Is there a trifecta coming?
And he's waiting for a groggy Jonny Storm.
And a hot shot there from Harry Sefton, bringing Jonny Storm down to the mat.
He needs to get a cover.
He's gone to the cover. Jonny Storm rolling away. Hooks the leg. 2. Oh, foot on the rope. Ring experience by someone like Jonny Storm.
No matter what you think about Jonny Storm, you can't deny his expertise of where to stay in a wrestling ring. You saw him roll to the edge of the ring there just to get the hope that he can get to the rope, and it paid off, didn't it?
I'd like to think it's more ring experience, but I do agree with you there, Louis. Someone like Jonny knows where he is at all times in the ring. As you can see, by rolling out the way of that frog splash there, attempted frog splash by Harry Sefton.
Once again, showing the experience. It's just a 2. That was a lot of height he got there. I wouldn't have been surprised if that was a 3. But I think Harry does have this in the bag. That was just a minor setback. He didn't hit that. Oh! Harry Sefton almost landing on his head.
Still Harry Sefton with plenty of fight in him. Is there anything to keep this kid down? I don't think so. With the hometown crowd behind him, Harry Sefton is definitely not to be taken lightly. He is definitely still in this match.
I really and truly believe that Harry Sefton can pull this out of the bag if he has the grit and determination that we saw in earlier minutes.
Jonny Storm signalling the finish of the match. Harry Sefton realising, fighting, clawing desperately to get out of it.
It's his only chance.
He's gone for that flatliner again. Jonny Storm goes
Landing onto his feet.
and a reverse DDT there by Harry Sefton.
That could be it.
Oh, still a 2 count. Jonny Storm, this man has fought thousands of matches, thousands more close calls. It is going to take something more to beat Jonny Storm, the Wonder Kid.
How incredible would it be? Harry Sefton was to win against. He would be the underdog, wouldn't he?
He is certainly the underdog, Louis. There is many years difference between both these men, not only just in age, but in experience.
And he hooked the legs. It's a 2 count. And it's a catch a can.
Plenty of 2 falls happening here. Neither man can beat the other. Both men going for what looks like a clothesline.
A backslide.
Harry Sefton kicking out again, feeding to the ropes. A leg trip by Harry Sefton. He's going for a beautiful pinfall there. Harry Sefton! Harry Sefton with the upset win here against Jonny Storm, a man who has more than 15 years experience on him. Harry Sefton has just pulled out one of the biggest victories of his career here in Tapout Wrestling.
That kid is going to go far if he can pull off wins like that in his career. This is certainly the biggest win he's ever had.
Harry Sefton, I know how he's feeling. He's feeling beaten up. He's feeling bad. He's feeling bruised.